All right, welcome back to the channel. Fairway Media here with Emerald City discovering the Mountain View Championships. Number 3? Is that right, Kirby?
That is Mountain View Championship 3.
That's right. We're doing a custom layout, B tier, 2 days. It's going to be a good time. Tournament directors Kirby Snyder, Donna Riddy, Kayla Sanzariddy. What a good team. You guys are killing it out there. It should be a fun tournament. Again, thanks again for joining me, Kirby. Who are we watching today? Ooh, look at that dragonfly.
Yeah, sweet dragonfly over the pond there. Yeah, happy to be here today. Today we are covering myself, ECD teammates Max Spears and Caleb Joyner, and then all-around good guy John Crawford. Happy to be out here at South Fork Landing playing an alternate layout. Max Spears and I have spent a bunch of time over the last few years working this layout and trying to make it the best that we possibly can. So pumped to be
awesome
out to play.
Man, yeah, this is such a fun tournament to film. It's so pretty out here. I finally tweaked the audio settings so we don't hear the freeway as much, but we still hear the chains and the conversation. So should be a good time. On the box, Caleb Joyner throwing from 10's tee pad over the Mando, through the woods, hopefully in a birdie position.
Yeah, he's going with one of those new Halo or Horizon Q-line cloud breakers.
Yep.
I'm going with a DD4 myself. This is one of my my preferable forehand discs.
There you go. Yeah, and just a reminder, hole 1 is again from the 10's tee pad. There's a drop zone, which is regular 1, and the sand bunker is a Mando. Is a hazard.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a different little look at hole 1 here. A little more of a turnover shot than just your classic forehand. A little more of a higher stalling shot. Crawford did a little early release, a little low, hitting the tree just to the left of the Mando.
Yeah, it looks like there was a tree removed somehow there. I don't know the history there, but yep, yeah, John gets around it.
Probably in the last 6-8 months or so, they removed a bunch of trees out here that were falling down and dying. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you'd see probably from at least the first year. Definitely, we moved the Mando tree over a tree because that was the original Mando tree that we used in the past.
Okay.
So I'm here.
Good hit. What, about 45?
Yeah, I was gonna say about 30, 35 or so. A little short.
Okay.
But pretty good.
Cool.
Good way to start my round, for sure.
The camera angle was low for me. I couldn't tell. All right. Caleb cleans up as well. He's scoring early.
Yeah, Caleb Joyner is one of the best putters in the state. Really happy to have him on Team Emerald City Discs with me.
Yeah, and this is a fun tournament. Great weather as well. A little cloudy, but it's not really a problem. Keeps the light even. Helps make it prettier. All right. And hole 1, let's talk about those stats real quick. It was averaging 2.54. 14th in difficulty, but kind of on the easier side. Tell us about 2.
Yeah, hole 2 is the basically like regular hole 2 of South Fork Landing. You're going to be going from regular 2's tee pad to regular 2's basket up in the trees there. Very iconic location for the basket. There is a added OB line on the right-hand side, so if you throw that roller and it gets a little squirrely away from you, you can find the OB on the right. I'm going with a DD. The plan is to get it cutting right about there, and
wow, what a shot!
Yeah, this felt great out of the hand. Put myself in a range that I definitely got to be running that putt.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, another roller. Love it. Is this going to stand up? I think it does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a sidewinder that he's throwing. We'll see that a couple times today.
What a good throw. Getting all that distance with that low ceiling. What a good idea. I'm not sure the disc here John's throwing, but we're just going back. He's rolling as well.
I think that's a jet from Streamline Discs. I'm pretty sure that's cool.
Well, he's made the second tree line. He'll have an easy second shot, hopefully.
Yeah, like he was just asking if there's any OB on the left. Totally clean out there. So I think that is kind of the miss, is just to let it just cut hard left and just have whatever you have out there. Incredible shot from Caleb.
Yeah. Straightforward, nothing in the way. He knew what to do. Put it on this side, which is definitely more open. That tree is definitely supporting one of the coolest basket locations. Love it.
Yeah, totally iconic. This is a very intimidating shot from John there because it is, less than 200 feet, but at the same time, if you're not absolutely perfect against that basket, this putt can be so tough and challenging. I mean, Max was probably about 30, it's about 30 feet away or so. I think I'm sitting here about 25 or so. And this is a sketchy putt. If you airball this, you could be 30 feet behind
Nice
this.
play, Kirby.
Good focus, right to the heart. Collecting that birdie. 2 for 2. Good start.
Yeah, that one feels huge. Really, really good to get. Definitely a bonus birdie.
Round 1, you actually were the sole birdie.
Oh, was I?
Yeah, John. Nice, dude. Well done. That's sick.
Nice.
Yep, mostly pars, 3 bogeys. Yep. Everybody should clean up here. This hole is averaging first in difficulty. Good shot executing there.
Yeah, this is an incredible hole. Love to see players play this. All kinds of different shots. I did see a lot of players this weekend throwing the backhand hyzer down the right hand side, and a couple players throwing the forehand down the left hand side, which is just huge, huge power to get there.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to see. All right, hole 3, 267. Mostly a forehand hole. There is a weird right hand side if you're brave enough. I saw it while we're ahead of another card. I saw it in the the side of my eye. That one caught up. Here comes Caleb. Ooh, a little wide. Nope.
I was wondering why you
Never mind.
started it so much.
Really good. Caleb's going back to that cloud breaker. He hit the angle so well. I went to that DD4 and just a little too high out of the hand. I think just a little too nose up. Max here loves throwing. I think this is a MD1, a mind bender. And he throws it just like a little bit of Anheuser and just has like a perfect amount of turn for it normally.
That's the long.
Kind of straighten out on him. Looks
Not
like,
too bad of a result, even though it's probably not exactly how we wanted to throw it.
No, but I think John figured it out compared to the rest of us.
Yeah, landing out here is kind of a safe location. You still get a chance with a little backstop. Just don't skip off the top and end up in a place where like Caleb had the last tournament.
Yeah, it's so tough when you jump through that little gap there. You're like, it's so tiny. How do I even manage to find that?
Is that fence to the right of our screen still there?
Yeah, the fence is still there.
Okay.
Yeah, it prevents a lot of like the lower divisions. A lot of them will throw through that hyzer through the right hand side, and that fence will get in a bunch of people's way for sure.
Okay.
Nice birdie from Caleb.
Yep, he has collected his second birdie through 3. These pars are getting knocked out. This average 2.47, 16th in difficulty out of 18 holes. That's definitely on the easier side, but definitely fun one to get. Hole 4. Tell us how this came about. You got a double mando, right?
Yeah, so this is a double mando going from the new Force tee pad, which is slightly longer than old Force tee pad, going to hole 6's basket. In the past, we played this as a triple mando through regular hole 4. We kind of found that once the tee pad was longer, this made more sense. I'm going with just a Q-line DD3 on a little bit of Anheuser flex right through the center. I think the best thing you can do is really just progress as far forward as possible and not necessarily worry too much about the mandos.
Yeah, I think this is one of the best, repeated holes that keeps getting good improvements. This property has so many great ideas, and that just goes to show you, how many options are. That's all.
Yeah, there's so much space out here. It really is just about how creative can you get. And,
Yes.
It's not just about with each individual hole, but how can all the holes play into each other well? How can you make this par 4 that's this long, but it doesn't intersect with other holes? You don't have people potentially throwing on top of each other and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
all kinds of different stuff to figure out. And I'm really fortunate to have somebody like Max Spears working with me on this kind of stuff where he's so smart. And he goes out to this course so much. He knows every little nook and cranny. So it's really fun with him being like, hey, man, I saw this shot. Let's talk about this. Be really cool if we can get from here to here, there to there kind of thing. And just kind of like workshopping it from there. It's been such a pleasure working with him about it.
Yeah, another great factor is the city takes care of this grass. I mean, man, it's such a privilege.
You're seeing pretty much every player here. This is the real teeth of this hole. That tee shot is so wide open, but dealing with that second tree line, how low it is, it really is about how close can you get to that tree line, and then being able to attack the green from there. Pretty much all of our players here on the card got hung up on that tree line, and just makes this hole a little more difficult.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, and this, add some spice. Some of these are must get birdies. This is a hard one to get.
Yeah, a lot of these feel like I gotta get. I feel like for the entire infield field, it is very just it's very all gas or breaks. You know, you want to
Tough
be
one
getting
for
birdies,
John.
cannot be getting bogeys. That's definitely a heartbreaker from John there. That was a nice birdie opportunity for him. Good par cleanup for Max Spears there.
I like this little canopy. Films well. It's bright on the outside, but I just like this little. So many tough angles to get to the basket.
Yeah. Yeah, I really feel like from this tee pad, the preferred route to get to the basket is the left-hand side, but it's just so hard to give yourself the perfect angle into it.
Yep. Hole 5, another custom hole, dogleg right, big Mando tree, 333.
Yeah, I think this one plays better as a backhand turnover than it does as a forehand. The way it's shaped with how far the Mando tree is past it and how big and bushy the Mando tree is, I think throwing that backhand turnover and letting something pan from left to right, it just works a little better than a forehand that maybe wants to kind of spike into the green a little harder.
And this edition is absolutely missing from the normal layout. Absolutely.
Yeah, it really doesn't have. It has a lot of straight shots, a lot of wide open shots, but yeah, not too many of those like big wide open turnovers or big turnovers like this.
Right. And like you said, the backhand, well, unfortunately, that kind of cut roll, but he's still on the open there. Yeah, and that backhand, you really got to nail that height.
Yeah, I totally agree. The height and the nose angle. For me, it's about getting the nose down and not letting the disc stall out. Kind of like you saw John's there, where it kind of hides out the end.
Yeah, he'll be coming back from long. Oh, and there's the intro shot. What a cool bird.
There you go.
He probably protected something important.
Yeah, John's gonna have a solid putt, but if he got the nose down a little more, he'd probably reduce this putt by, I mean, he'd probably knock that down by 20, 30 feet or so.
Oh my gosh, what a hit!
Unbelievable. Put this guy in C2 and he's unstoppable.
The speed on his spin putt is phenomenal. He has so much confidence, and for good reason. Wow. So, hole 5. This is a par, hopefully. Let's talk about stats here. Yep. Okay. So hole 5 was 11th in difficulty, averaging 2.58.
So right about the middle of the pack or so.
Yeah.
But still almost a gotta get birdie.
I knew you were going to make that. You were parked. Great drive.
Thank you. Yeah, threw an MD1, got that down just perfect. Love that shot. Hole 6 here.
There's aggressive birds again.
Yeah. Hole 6 is the first of the temporary baskets that we bring out for this course. It is 338-foot par 3, temporary tee pad, temporary basket.
No Mandos.
No Mandos or anything like that. Yeah, I do think that the best shot is this hyzer through here to the right. If you have the power just to rip a hyzer there, I think that's going to be the preferred route. Up the center is very viable. It's just a tougher shot and a little lower ceiling, and you got to be a little more accurate with that one.
And it looks like we got dry conditions. Caleb's hoping for a good movement. Not too bad.
Yeah, I think getting as close to that tree as possible as you can is really, really important. That tree is probably about 25, 28 feet or so away from the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're at it, don't forget to use code Fairway10 at EmeraldCityDiscs.com. Get yourself 10% off all your purchases right there.
Yeah, it definitely helps both of us out at the same time. It's such a needed thing in these days. Get your online shopping done. Hook up the homies. You know how it goes. Great birdie, Caleb Joyner. Goes to 3 down.
Yeah, Emerald City Discs could not be any more happy to be working with Fairway Media this season. So
It's definitely a fun time, my bro. I definitely love watching the KO disc golf show and the recaps, and definitely a lot of scene talk and a lot of random stuff to keep you interested. So
John,
that is one to haunt a dream or two. Left side, maybe? It's hard to tell.
yeah, I think it just kind of fell out of his hand a little early.
Okay.
Looks like he might not have had the same amount of focus he had on that one as he had on some of the previous ones. So
Mm-hmm.
something kind of watch for him going forward.
Fourth difficulty on that last hole, averaging 2.84. Interesting.
Okay.
All right, hole 7, par 3, 213. Kind of a elevated area here.
Yeah.
We're calling this an island, kind of?
Almost an island. Everything outside of this flagged runway here up to that elevated area is inbounds. Everything outside of it's going to be hazard. So you want to get to the elevated area or be in that middle area to be inbounds and give yourself an opportunity. It's pretty short. Really just want to get up there.
Yeah, it's kind of a taper landing strip that John just barely missed, but he's not in a bad spot. Hopefully he doesn't far from there.
I like using a really soft tactic here, something overstable, something really, really grippy. So I can just throw on hyzer out to that right hand side.
Yeah.
Really just hit anywhere up on that island area and just kind of grab the ground and stick.
Yeah, it's about 190, 180 to that edge. It's 20 feet. Whoa, see? I knew it. He was in circle too, of course.
Nice par save. That's what I like about this hole, honestly, is that you cannot be necessarily in or on inbounds, and you can still make it up and down for par. There's still plenty of par save opportunities for this hole.
Yes.
We found this to be one of our favorite holes for this alternate layout.
And from this angle, that bush area almost become a problem, but he's on the front edge there. Excuse me. Oh yeah, they found a linked link. They pulled it out. But
Nice. Yeah, we are the first card out for the day, so nice
You're right.
to clean it up for everybody else.
A little transportation issue resolved.
Yeah, throughout the couple of days of setting this course up, I used 170 flags and
That's
4
right.
cans of spray paint.
You were a TD doing fool.
Yeah,
Great work.
I wanted to make sure everything was as marked, as clearly defined as possible. I didn't want there to be any real questions. So happy to do it, honestly. So
yeah,
hole 8 is another one of our favorite holes.
Much appreciated hard work, my dude. Yeah, hole 8's par 3, 300. Kind of straightforward, little OP left.
Yeah, it will be left-hand side with that tree line. You really just want to keep it just as straight as possible. This is really, really fun because this course does not have a lot of elevation change. And with this basket being slightly below you, it kind of feels like you're throwing a little bit of a downhill shot. So
yeah, that right tree is kind of taking some ceiling away. Looks like it got caught up for Max.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest challenges, honestly, is just trying to avoid it. This T-pad's not great, truthfully. I've swept it a few times, but there's always going to be like a little rock and a little gravel. I might look into a little different spot in the future, maybe if we can get a little better grip or something like that, but we'll see. This is such a beautiful shot, such a beautiful hole. I really don't want to mess with it too much.
Yeah, the sloped basket angle is so fun to work around. It really challenges your wind capabilities if it's whipping out here, all that. Oh, just right. Good speed though.
Yeah, really great height, good angle.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm sitting about 40, 45 or so.
Oh, front cage, almost. And this is for John's par. Got it.
Nice hit. Pretty sure John putts with swans. Pretty sure it's a swan,
Okay.
not a swan reborn.
Interesting.
And then Caleb's putting with, it's not that like blue and pink putter that he has. It's not a P3X, but it's the same shape as a P3X, but it's from some like kind of like smaller brand, and I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But the yellow putter that he just uses is a P1.
I did not know that. Onward to hole 9.
Yeah, hole 9 is a traditional hole 8 as South Fork Landing, 348. There's a par out to your left that is going to, or there's a Mando out to your left that's going to keep you out to the right-hand side. Caleb is going with what I think of, for Caleb, I think this is his signature disc. That's his red Z-Line Nuke. He throws that thing all the time, super, super well. I'm going with an S-Line PD. It's a little straight, it's getting a little beat up, and didn't kind of get the hyzer out of it that I was expecting.
You were looking to break that tree line, right?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, that Mando is kind of the first tree line. The second tree line is probably 25 to 30 feet away from the basket there.
Yeah, I think that tree that's like right next to my disc, I want to hyzer in right in front of that, and it should.
That gap right there, yeah.
I can't believe John didn't get the skip on there. That's such a crazy looking shot.
Yeah, it looks like it got dug into, uh-oh. Looks like someone vandalized their sticker. We'll see what we can do about that later.
Stink? I don't think so.
All right. Moving on. Second shot. Max Spears.
Backwards hat. You know something cool is about to happen.
Oh, we're feeling the flow. Maybe a little change of mojo. He hasn't been doing great, but... Oh, slightly left. That's the only note there.
Yeah, just a little uncomfortable. That tree on my right there, on that hillside with the roots there under my feet. Not super comfortable, but really no excuse, honestly.
Yeah, that distances can be a little more difficult, of course, than closer, to state the obvious. Here comes Caleb going to 5 down. He was questioning that, it feels like, on the body language.
Yeah, a little jabby, but works all the same.
So our hole 9 today averaged 268, 7th in difficulty, in the top 10 of hard holes.
Really?
Seven birdies, 37%. We do have a 19-player crowd today. So serious.
I cannot believe how close that actually was to missing. We nailed it completely, but watching that in replay, that was all sketchy.
Hole 10, par 3, 342. We've got a Mando left and a hazard left of basket. That's a safe shot.
Yeah, great shot from Caleb. This is pretty much the traditional hole 9 at South Fork Landing, except you cannot take that kind of bailout hazard out or bailout hyzer out on the right-hand side.
Correct.
I'm throwing a Glacier. This is a mid-range, a little overstable, just a hyzer. I'm kind of just risking the hazard on the left-hand side of the basket. I want to flex it away from the basket and then have it coming at it.
Yeah, you're point and shooting. Yep.
Yeah, theoretically, if I do kind of skip a little
Oh,
too,
wow. That was great.
circle in the hazard, you should be able to just hit a putt from right from there. Incredible shot from Max. Wow.
Max Spears, ladies and gentlemen. John next. Cutting it close, but trending well. Does it come back? Yes. He's a little long, but in a good spot. A lot of good grouping here.
Yeah, 4 incredible shots. Big shout out to my caddy there, Adam Snyder. Not related.
Yeah. True.
Not related, which is crazy.
I heard on your podcast today that he's progressing on his disc golf game.
Dude, he's doing so good. Yeah, I've been giving him lessons out here at South Fork Landing the last few weeks.
Love to hear it.
He's really, really interested in playing tournaments and that kind of thing. So this is his first ever tournament exposure. This is the first tournament he's ever seen or witnessed or anything like that. So I was really proud to show him around and kind of talk him through, kind of what I was feeling and some of my strategies and, what's going on here.
Yeah, and not only just watching our videos here, but coming out live is one of the funnest experiences to see how it goes down. If you're a casual player, want to come and experience what a tournament's like, just watching is so fun. So consider that.
You gotta wait till I make it.
I mean, birdies happen. Those are fun. We got a little razzing over there. That's always fun too. Always at the right time from the buddies. All right, hole 11, par 4, 513. This is a custom hole. Tell us about it.
Yeah, this has turned out to be one of our favorite holes that we've
Wow.
done here. Incredible shot from Caleb. We're going from hole 11's tee pad to hole 12's basket. Basically just ignoring this big tree line here in the middle. I'm going with like a mid-range, so I'm just throwing on hyzer. Just want to get into that bush.
That's right, because there's an OB left.
Yep, OB on the left-hand side. I think Caleb threw a beast, and he just threw it really, really hard at hole 11's basket. In the last couple of months, they did a bunch of tree trimming in there, so there's a lot more of a chance that if you get into that tree line, you can skip through. I don't know if Caleb's playing that on purpose, but it seems to be working really well.
I think I've seen it before. I mean, he hyzer when his disc lands, it hyzers so well. I think he's able to get through that rhododendron there.
Yeah, a little.
And unfortunately, John's in the hazard.
Yeah, a little too low from John, but
I think he was considering the right side. That's where we left that clip there, but he is going the anhyzer route. Yep.
Yeah, this is so much safer.
It's definitely the smarter play, but fortunately, the mistake was too left. He got caught up on that left tree line. Right at it. Yep.
Maybe a little
bad. Circle's edge.
Yeah, maybe a little early release, but should be just fine. I'm going with a P2. I really want to kind of, I don't want to throw this too far, and I'm definitely not throwing it too far. Just a little too short behind that tree, but should be about 20, 24 feet. Caleb going with his C-Line FP3. Yeah, perfect little Andy skip.
These are some good plays.
Ooh.
Little flare on that. Not bad.
This feels like a must get. What did this one score for the weekend?
6th in difficulty, averaging 3.74.
Really?
Above par.
Wow.
Is it? Or no, as a par 4, excuse me. Below par.
Yeah.
Great bird. Just a small straddle there. Yeah, the field 47%, 9 out of 19 got the birdie. So they played it smart. They clean off the tee. That's the main goal there.
Yeah, I think that gap right off the tee is probably the hardest part of the hole, realistically, because you can get, anywhere around this basket and give yourself
a dealer's choice to the middle. Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Hole 12. We have new rules. New OB right. It's kind of a big, kind of a rectangle from that tree forward to the right hand forward, right?
Yeah, we're always looking for new ways to make this hole the best way that we can make it. At about 500 feet,
Caleb landed right in front of it.
yeah, at about 500 feet, it is pretty soft to be a true par four, especially with how
Fair.
wide open it is and that kind of thing. So we're always kind of looking for different ways. In the past, we've used different mando left of different trees. This year, we experimented with just making this big OB line on the right hand side.
Oh no, that's aggressive.
Yeah, still going with the roller.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Caleb was out on the hard right hand side. You see him over there to the right of your screen. He's been watching that the whole way, so he knows exactly where that went out of bounds and back inbounds. And Max is going to progress pretty far up the forward, far forward up the fairway there. I do think that the best place is to throw it to the right of this tree here in the middle, and to throw another hyzer just up to the middle, up to the pin.
Yeah.
You can turn this into a pretty easy two-shot hole if you want to.
I think that, I mean, I'm not a pro level player, but I would normally play to the right because of that disadvantage on the left if you don't make that initial gap of that tree that John's near. So I'm not sure if it really punishes more mistakes.
Yeah,
Than
that's really the only thing it punishes is mistakes.
Yeah.
I think in the future, you'll see this line. It kind of like bows out to the right, and it kind of works itself back left a little bit. I think in the future, I might just draw a straight line. Wow, what an interesting reaction!
Yeah, pushed him forward well. Yeah. So say again.
I think in the future, instead of that line kind of bowing out to the right and kind of having that little bit of a curve to it, I might just draw a straight line and kind of trim out another, I don't know, 5 to 12 feet, 5, 10 feet out of there, maybe something like that. So, this is the first year we've done this, kind of experimented with it. People seem to like it a lot. I didn't really hear too much negative feedback about it. So,
what about a temporarily hazard circle with flags to the right, late near the basket to the right, giving it a separate obstacle and making that person? I don't know. There's so many ways you could do it. Just so many things. Say in the comments if you think this challenge or this hole should be more challenging or easier, or just any opinion. Let's definitely talk about it.
Let me know what you would do to make this a true par four. I'd love to.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
All the ideas. So let me know what you think.
That's a good goal. All right. Oh, what? Slightly right, I think.
Yeah, that felt out of the hand. I hit the thick part of the chains, and for it to still did not feel great. But I didn't throw a great approach shot to the basket.
That's a small miss. Brutal.
Yeah, it was a little early of a release, but the fact that I gave myself a putt at all is pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is definitely one of those holes that we should definitely think about changes, just to keep it fresh. This is a great one. Hole 13's par 3 over the water now, 327, right?
Yeah, I think this is. Maybe the best hole out here, if not one of the more signature holes that people talk about when playing this layout. Like you said, 327 par 3. It's a great little turnover. If you got the forehand to get out there, no problem. That's the shot. You are carrying this water pretty much the entire way and just kind of getting out to this pin on this little peninsula.
Yes.
I'm going with an MD1 that just kind of flatten out just enough at the end there.
I did not know it was MD1. Great idea. Kind of shaping because I'm standing on the edge of the water because it kind of bubbles right here.
Yeah,
that's nice and long.
I think that's the play: is either have the disc bleed too far to the right or have it just go way too long.
Yeah. Another good safe cut roll, probably not bad. Great, that's good.
I think that's a strike from John. I'm not too sure. I might be wrong about that, but I think that is. I see him.
That makes sense. Over 300, sure. Good long thinking here from Max. Nice and deliberate. Oh, slightly short. Just front rim.
This basket, I think, is just far enough away from the edge of the water that you're going to want to run this putt. But it's also just close enough to the edge of the water where if you do land on edge, you're probably going to get into the water without a problem. So
it's what, about 40 feet?
Probably less than that, honestly. Probably about 28, 20,
Oh
25.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm terrible at guessing distances still. I don't know if that'll ever fix. All right. Great putt there.
Everybody nice.
Well,
and
they,
clean.
they say the camera adds
That'll be
10
good.
feet, so.
Well, I'm also using a wide lens, and I have a terrible memory because I'm in my 40s. But yeah, let's just have fun with it. All right. Good little cleanup here. Hole 13, averaging second in good difficulty. Lots of damage.
Yeah, that seems like it would be one of the harder holes. Hole
Hole
14
14.
here
Go
is
ahead.
a 240-foot par 3. We're going from just slightly right of hole 12's tee pad, going to hole 10's basket. Fun little turnover, kind of short little turnover shot. A lot of people throw
Absolutely.
forehands here as well.
I like this shot visually. It gives us some reflections. We got a good little angle that's fresh. Little riskiness, if you will, too.
Yeah, it can be a little sketchy. We've seen in years past people getting the discs into the pond and then having to come back on the other side of the pond, throwing a long shot at it. So,
Speaking of the pond, if you know how to dive, get in touch with us, please. We
yeah,
might have some rewards around.
yeah. There's a ton of discs in that pond right now. So please, get down there, grab them, and any of them that have the names and phone numbers, bring them by Emerald City
Yeah,
Discs.
yep, definitely get in touch with us. We'll get you proper clearance and all that. Um, here is that intro shot that was fun to gather. This is the hole behind us. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but that was just
I'm pretty sure.
an example of the riskiness there. So 28 feet, I don't know. Great birdie there, Caleb.
Another kind of jabby putt.
Yeah.
Nice. I thought I was gonna be.
I like it. 2 for 2 so far. This is trending well.
Yeah, looking towards the star frame.
16th in difficulty. I'll tell you that spoiler as you line up, chopped up and ready. Well done. That's a star frame. 16th in difficulty again. 10 out of 19 got that. 2.47 average.
Nice.
Hole 16, normal R15, par 3, 309. You're taking that Heiser route. What, PD?
This is an MD4.
Look at you.
Yeah, I wanted to go outside of those trees, but I ended up splitting them, which is the good miss, I would say. So
That's technically a mid range, bro.
yeah, MD4 is a mid range for sure.
Good throw. Caleb unfortunately got cut up on some cabbage near the drop zone, but he's not out of bounds. Is that OB right still there?
OB right, yeah.
Yeah. It does have a peninsula near the basket as well. So you can't just really spin something super long.
Yeah, I think there's, really there's 3 different shots that you can play. You can play the straight shot straight up the middle. You can play it the way John did, which is that little bit of like hyzer, just on the right hand side, and hope you kind of push it long enough to swing in. Or you can do what Caleb did, which is throw that hyzer down the middle, let it flex out over that OB, and then hyzer back inbounds. All of which are very, very tricky. You go up the middle, you got to deal with the gap, and then anything out on the right hand side is contesting with that OB the entire way. And then have this.
Oh my goodness!
Crazy.
One of the best highlights we'll see this weekend.
One of the best putters in the state, without a doubt.
I mean, there's no way to doubt that with what we just saw. My goodness.
This dude's incredible. That's my putter for Washington State. My double. Let's go.
I love to hear that, man. That's so fun. State dubs will be really fun. John captures his third shot as a par. Hole 15 was averaging 2.5 3, 14 to difficulty on the easier side. Till 16.
Yeah, hole 16 just plays as regular hole 16 of the course. Funny how that works out sometimes. 315, really straight shot. I'm going with a Logic. This is just a really straight, really neutral putter.
The basket on the left there is not our target. It's kind of right behind that little Japanese maple. I think that will there.
Yeah,
but that was a great play for Caleb. I think
that's a basket for hole 13, I believe. In the background there. A lot of players like to take this right-hand side through the hyzer and just kind of have the skip right behind those trees in the middle that you see there.
There used to be a fence where that little log thing is in our screen right there. So this is there is our target. Long. We don't see this type of distance much on this TV. You got to really get it clean.
Yeah, slightly uphill too. Does actually add a decent little challenge to the hole.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, the fence was falling apart. It was all a mess. A lot of jagged edges hanging out of the edges of it. So really nice of the park to just go and finally just tear it down for us.
Yes.
Another yes. John, let's go, dude.
Yeah. That's it, John.
Hole 16, averaging 11 to difficulty. 9 out of 19. 47% got that par, or excuse me, that birdie. The par rate was right there as well, 47%. So only a couple bad scores. Another great birdie. Good shot. 2 holes to go. We have you and Caleb on the top of this card. Kind of seeing some cream to the top. Good to see doing well here. All right, hole 17, 369. Traditional. There is an OP right side, which is 15 screen.
Yeah, I'm going back to that DD4. Just throwing a nice little flat to hyzer shot. I loved it. That little tree, just it's such a perfect shot. Just a little unlucky getting that little roll off of there, but
yeah, I gave you four more feet. Oh, lots of turn for John. He's trying to lean it out.
Bad tree protection.
Was that beyond the OB line?
I think,
or just left of it?
I think we'll see when we get up there, but it might have been just ahead of it. Because the hole before this play is like a peninsula.
You're gonna go in,
so
gotcha.
It does wrap around.
No.
Oh, he's skipping left. I think he might have a good angle. Or a clean angle-ish.
Yeah.
All right.
A little early, but should be fine.
Yeah, he's on a good side of it, that last short tree line. Max in front.
That's such a great angle. It's surprising to see that be so short.
Okay. John gets his clean upshot out of the way. All right, low ceiling, I don't know, 40-something.
Yeah, such a difficult angle from back there.
He's full sending into the heart.
I do.
Caleb Joyner style. That man knows how to play. That's so fun.
He's so good. One of the best putters in the state.
Max, it's another good opportunity to match that energy. He does. Let's go, Mr. Spears.
What a hit.
Tweeds Cafe, North Bend. Go get yourself a shake. A meal. Support this man. He's a disc golfer.
Yeah, it's got to be one of my favorite restaurants out there. Easy.
It's a great little spot to hit after a good round of disc golf out here. Another great birdie. Kirby Snyder going to 12 down. That's you.
Yeah.
John, unfortunate bogey there.
Finishing this round out pretty hot. I want to say I've hit like 6 in a row birdies now. So
yeah, you're right. Good game, Justin. Yes.
Kirby. Great to play with you guys, dude. It's always fun getting to hang out with you guys.
Always a good time out here. Such good rapport with the MPO boys.
Always. Hole 18 here is regular hole 18 for the course from the long pad. It's a par 4, 561 feet. You have a Mando left of that tree to the right of your screen. And for this tournament, we did add a hazard to the dip in the middle. I think a lot of players here are just going to end up throwing just kind of like a pitch out to the middle of the fairway and then throwing another shot up to the green. Taking that easy energy, rounding the round out on a good note.
Yeah, that Mando keeping you honest. And that late hazard definitely making your choicing, your decision choices, proper, of course.
Yeah, that has the late hazard is perfectly in the spot where if I let loose on the driver and I get a really, really good throw off of it, I'm probably going to collect into that area. So it really makes me want to throw a touchy distance shot. Really, I feel like there's no reason to have to pull back a little bit on the distance driver. You should just be able to throw any kind of putter or mid-range out to the middle there, and then make it up and down with another 200, 250 feet, something like that. Max threw his roller disc, that Sidewinder, just on
That's right.
a little bit of hyzer / like kind of flat, and just got the most beautiful turn on that disc, and he's in the perfect position for this.
Yeah.
I think John just gets off the left edge. You should have a. Oh, I think he's right after you here. You just did your safe shot. That's right. You're giving yourself the most open space. What's your shot choice?
Yeah, going with a swirly S-line drop. Just something overstable, something I could.
Good speed on it.
Yeah, 270. Just let it kind of crash into the basket.
Yep, nice work.
A little pinch off here on the left. This is really kind of shows the importance of getting the beast out to that right-hand side. He hit the back edge of the hazard and just skipped right past it. So good.
Yeah, he's sitting right under that one large low-hanging branch. It's going to be a weird footing for him. But very, very clean shot for Caleb.
Rocking that clean tweeds cap.
Absolutely. Okay, not too bad.
No, looks like he's got a long putt. And this has kind of been in his wheelhouse all day.
Such an odd branch.
Yeah, what are you doing? You broken or not?
Yeah, it's hanging on. All right, tester par for Mr. Spears. Oh no, birdie. I'm sorry. It's a par 4, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Great shot. Hole 10. Hole 10. No, 10 out of 19 got that birdie. 53% of the field. 3.47 averaging.
As I
numbers. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
All
right. As I go from my last putt here, this will put me at 13 down. This will put me in the lead for the round, and I believe it had me at a 10. I think it was like a 10:55 rated round. Yeah, something along that range.
Yes.
So
10:55. You're going to be joining Caleb Joyner at 12 down, Axel at 10, and Thaddeus Tenkley at 9 down. Lots of clean scorecards on the top. That's so proper. I love to see it.
Yeah, I love playing with a guy like Caleb. He and I just kind of get into that flow state where you don't realize that you guys are just burning everything and we're just trying to go shot for shot. So, pleasure.
Exactly.
As always. Thank you for having me on here, as always, Justin Banks. Thank you.
Yeah.
So much, man.
No problem. Tune in for round 2, the finale of the Mountain View Championships, number 3.